Hi guys, I promised you all that I was going to do a video to let you know what was going on over here this time. Well, yesterday when I came into the ER, I was greeted by a very unfriendly nurse at the podium station. And she asked me my name and I'm, identifying information. I was giving her this information. Well, she got hung up on my name and she couldn't hear. She finally said that how I was spelling my name because there were people coming in after me. Well, during this whole exchange, she was telling me, you don't have to be rude to me, you don't have to be rude to me, or be hateful to me, or have an attitude with me. And I said, well, I don't. You're asking me the questions and I'm answering them. I said, lady, you've asked me how to spell my name 5 times and I've told you 5 times how to spell my name. And maybe if you can't pick it up that way, maybe you can pull up my record by my medical record number. And I told her what that number was, and she says, well, no, I can't use that number either. I just need you to give me the information again. So I'm repeating my information for about 6 times to this podium nurse before they send me in to get treated. And during the meantime, and I'm like, well, ma'am, I don't have an attitude with you. Why do you feel like I have an attitude with you? You asking me the questions, I'm giving you the answers to those questions. Well, the security guard was sitting on the side, and he starts to yell at me in front of everybody out there in that emergency room. He proceeds to tell me that I wasn't special, and ma'am, do you want to get seen in this emergency room today? I said, yes, I'm going to get seen in this hospital today. I sure am. I'm going to be seen in here today. And he says, well, if you want to be seen in here today, you need to answer her questions when she asking you a question, and you need to lose your attitude, or you can get out of here. And he was very loud. I mean, embarrassing to the point where I wanted to melt through that floor. I was actually shocked at what this guy was saying to me and how he was saying it to me and how embarrassed he was and arrogant and rude that he was. And so I proceeded to tell him, I said, well, I am answering her questions. And so she was asking me something else, and I had repeated myself again for the umpteenth time. And he still put some more 2 cents in on his end. Mind you, he's sitting across from us. He's not sitting directly where we're at, even talking. And then he finally says, well, you're not no special than nobody else to come in here in this emergency room and get treated. I don't understand why you feel like you entitled or something over here. I said, no, I'm not entitled. I said, I come to this ER too much. I know the whole routine, and I know how to check myself in. And I didn't ask for your input. Well, he kept mumbling something else, and I just finally turned my back square toward him and straight facing the lady. By this point, she realized how escalated this situation actually was. She started apologizing to me. By that point, I was livid. I mean, I was crying literally, and I could not breathe. Plus, on top of that, did not feel well. And she finally apologized, and she went and got me some Kleenex. I said, I need his name, because I'm not going to let this right here ride. He had no business talking to me at all, first of all, because he wasn't a doctor, and he wasn't a nurse. And what I'm there for had nothing to do with him, and he's on his own sidebar conversation. Well, they finally called me right straight back to do triage and get checked into the hospital. And I get that part done, but it took me like 5 minutes to give this lady my information for admission because I was so upset I couldn't breathe and I was still crying. I called my sister to come down there with me. Well, the same security guard tried to be smart-mouthed with my sister too. And while I'm back there getting triaged, he comes back in there where I'm at, and he looks at me. You have family out here, not addressing me at all. And so when he didn't address me or even acknowledge me as a person, I just looked at him, and he finally said, well, you Miss Pettis? Yes, I am. You have family out here? I said, yes, I should have family out there. I called my family. He says, well, if your family going to come up here and they're trying to be smart mouths too, they can get out too. I said, my sister ain't going nowhere. She is here for my support, and she's not going anywhere at all. And then he says, well, if you want to talk about the incident that happened out there in the waiting room, we can discuss it. I said, wow, now we can discuss it. You ready to discuss it? I said, yeah, we sure can discuss it, because what you did to me was wrong. It was humiliating, embarrassing, and it was not necessary. I said, me and the nurse had the situation under control, and you over there sitting on the sidelines, I guess only hearing what she's saying to you, and you put your 2 cents in. And he proceeds to tell me, well, yeah, I was trying to protect the nurse. I said, well, the nurse didn't need protecting. I said, and yes, my sister is here. That is my protector. That is my family. And yes, she is here to support me. And he says, well, when I get you back there in the room, we'll be glad to take her back to see you. But she'll need to wait in the waiting room until then. And, you know, and after I told him some of the things he said to me, he tried to lie and say he did not say them. I said, I don't care. I'm done with this argument. I'm still going to file proper paperwork against you and that nurse out there. I said, you better believe by today, I will be writing up my report, because I had actually started writing what was going on while he was out there cursing me out in front of everybody in the waiting room. I mean, nobody should ever have to go through that, and I promise you, I'm gonna do my best to get this situation remedied and resolved. I've already talked to patient reps over here at the hospital, and I do plan to write a complaint letter over to his superiors at the sheriff's department. So I just wanted to update you guys and let you know what happened to me. That was the worst experience I've ever had at Agast Memorial, and it's the weirdest experience I've had in the ER. I've never had that kind of thing happen to me in the ER ever before, and this time it was ridiculous. And so, you know, as time progresses, I'll be doing another video to let you all know what's going on. Talk to you later. Bye bye.